Is it bad or weird that I hate doing my hair and makeup? I really do. If I could just walk around like this all day out in public, I would. I really would. I don't care that much, but I guess I have to look presentable or whatever. Guess I gotta do that. Hey guys, so I know my hair isn't dry, but the people I'm living with, I think they're coming home soon, so I wanted to get this video out of the way. And my face isn't breaking out as much as it used to, so I just did like minimal makeup. But I just kind of wanted to do a video to let you know what has been going on symptom-wise the past 2 weeks ever since I found out that I didn't ovulate. I do believe I'm getting my period today, so this is like a little over 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks and like 4 days, something like that. After my appointment, I wasn't really, having anything going on. And then about a week and a half ago, yeah, I was back home and I was having little pains on my right side where my endometrioma was, and it felt like before I had my surgery. So I was like, that's really strange, but it was just little things here and there. So I didn't really think anything of it. That happened for about, 3 or 4 days. And then it started to get worse. And it just got worse. And it was the same pain. It wasn't really cramps or anything. I know the difference between cramps and chest pain, because I'm having cramps right now and not that pain. So, it was definitely that kind of pain, and I'm not really sure why. It concerns me a little bit because I didn't think I'd have any of that kind of pain anymore. It might be because I'm still recovering from the surgery technically. But as soon as I get to see a doctor, whenever that's going to be, I'm going to ask them about that, because I don't know. It makes me nervous. I know it's only been 2 months since my surgery, but you never know what could be going on in there. So, again, it was not like emergency room pain, but it got to the point where I had to take medication for it. So, I mean, it did not feel good at all. And then that was, the worst day was about 3 or 4 days ago, I want to say. And then, this is probably TMI, but you're watching this kind of video, so nothing's really TMI, right? I started spotting 3 days ago. So I'm like, okay, good. I'm going to be starting soon, so I can start my new cycle. So I don't think I told you guys this yet, but the hospital here is not letting me do anything until I go to an orientation, which is once a month, and it's going to be in like 2 weeks, I think, which isn't going to help me at all because I need my medication. So I called my doctor back at the other hospital, and they are getting me medication for this month. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to get in for an ultrasound or to see a doctor or anything after the orientation, because it'll be like right after that is when I'm going to need to go. I've been trying to call them for like 5 days and I haven't got a hold of them, so we'll see if I even get to go to the orientation. I don't know why I need orientation. Like, I don't even know what the orientation is about. It's really strange. So I think I'm going to go in there today and talk to them a little more about that, because I'm not just a regular infertility patient. Like, I have other things going on. So that's kind of what's going on with that. And please let me know if you had those kind of pains again after your surgery, like this soon after your surgery, because I'm not really sure what that means. I'm really hoping it is my endometrioma is like growing again. Oh, God, that'd be horrible. But also, this is my first period off of birth control, because I had birth control the first month, and this one is the first one off birth control. And I had I think it's a 33 or 34 day cycle, which is way more normal than I'm used to. I'm used to like 40 to 50 days. So that's really good, I guess, right? And I didn't ovulate this month, so it's interesting to see that I didn't ovulate and I still had a shorter cycle than I normally did before the surgery. But the cramps today are pretty bad. I will say I'm going to try to get up and do things, but we'll see how much I really can do. It hasn't technically started yet, but the cramps are pretty bad. And they're worse than last month, and they're worse than what they've been in the past. So we'll see how this one goes. But I messaged my doctor about getting the Femora, and so I should be getting it today or tomorrow, and then I'll be starting it in 3 days, hopefully. And my husband will be here for the times that I need him here. So it's working out pretty well. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to get in to the doctor to get the follicle scans, hopefully the trigger shot, and the lose my train of thought, and possibly an IUI. I don't know how much they cost here. Again, I haven't been able to go and see a doctor. I saw a primary, but that's it, and he was horrible. So yeah, and the doctor back at the other base is going to be upping my dose this time. So we're hoping that upping my dose is going to help. They got so close to being the right size. So I'm hoping that upping the dose is going to be helping. As I'm talking, I'm in so much pain. Oh my gosh. Being a woman sucks sometimes, you know? It really does. But it's just a short, quick update video. Just kind of what's been going on the past 2 months with everything. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys. So I wanted to add, while I was going through and editing that video, I was having, the cramps I've been having are only on that side. Now that I'm thinking of it, I mean, there's kind of everywhere, but mainly just on my right side where my endometrioma was. And it's like a mixture of that pain mixed with cramps. So that's weird too. But I also wanted to mention that ever since I took the birth control and the Femora, I was having migraines because of that. And after I got off that, after about a week, I stopped having all the migraines. But now, if I was on what was I doing? I was on the plane to get here, and they didn't bring water fast enough, and I was so thirsty that I got a migraine. And one day I was driving, and I kept having to look in the rearview mirror for whatever reason, and that gave me a migraine. And every time I've drank any kind of alcohol, I wasn't drinking alcohol at all, but with us leaving and, just a lot of things have been going on, and people are like, oh, let's just have wine or whatever. So I've only had wine. But every single time I've had wine, and I'm not getting drunk, I'm not drinking a lot of wine, I'm just drinking a glass or two of wine, and I have a migraine every single time I do that. The one time I had 2 migraines that night. And it's not like a hangover, it's a migraine, and it's the middle of the night, and it's really aggravating. So I don't know if the Femora or the hormones have kicked up my migraines or whatever, but I've been taking Tylenol every time I have a pain, on one side that I think could possibly start a migraine. And I can't help it. I can't, the migraines are so bad. So I don't know. I'm really hoping that the higher dose isn't going to make the migraines worse or more frequent. I was having a migraine, if you saw the other video, I think I mentioned it. I was having a migraine either every day or every other day. And that's horrible. So I'm really hoping that upping the dose isn't going to make those migraines worse. But that's another thing that's been going on the past 2 weeks, since I've been getting migraines here and there. Again, they're not as bad as they were, but they're enough that I'm noticing them. So I just wanted to throw that in there before I forgot. Why is the white dog the one that is sitting in the dirt? Oh my goodness. Does anybody else have weird nicknames for their dogs? I call Jackson, the little black and brown and white dog, Shoshi. I don't know why, but that's one of his nicknames. And Bubby. And then Oliver, the golden retriever, his nickname is Bird. There's no reason for it. Don't really remember where it came from. We used to call, like, say that Jax was a bird because he would perch places, but I don't know how that translated to Oliver being called a bird. I don't know. Is that weird?